Hi friends, my name is Teacher Cheryl. Our Play to Learn Green Trike video today has a story about a helper who uses the power of nature to solve a problem and help a neighbor. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to our sponsors and partners who are our helpers and make it possible for us to produce these videos and do other programs to reach out to families at home and help them think of ways to have fun and learn together at home. Our story is called Kate, Who Tamed the Wind. It's by Liz Garton Scanlon and Lee White. And our project is learning how to make a pinwheel that can catch the power of the wind, kind of like a windmill does, to help make electricity, but we're making a small one out of paper. Once there was a man living all alone in a creaky house on the tip-top of a steep hill. Oh my goodness, look how steep and high that hill is. And he's riding his bike all the way up it. Do you think you would need to catch your breath if you were doing that? I think I would. The man lived all alone in the creaky house on the tip-top of a steep hill where a soft wind blew. The man lived all alone in the creaky house where the curtains swung and the chimes spun and a soft wind blew and blew. Oh, it looks like it's getting windier. And blew. The wind blew until the shutters banged in the creaky house. Shutters are these boards by the side of a window. On the tip-top of the steep hill, the wind blew, the shutters banged, and the boards bent. There's all the wind and the curtains. The wind blew, the shutters banged, the boards bent, the table tipped, and the tea spilled. The tea spilled and the bread broke on the tippy table in the creaky house at the tip-top of the steep hill, and still the wind blew. Whoa, look at his hat and his beard. Whoosh. The wind blew and off the birds flew. The birds flew and the dust did too, and the man cried, "What to do?" The wind whipped his words from the tip-top of the steep hill to the itty-bitty town at the bottom, where a little girl called Kate heard the cry, "What to do?" and felt it too. Oh, and look what she caught. Do you see what she has in her hand? She wondered what on earth to do. Oh, she's thinking hard. This word says wind, and it has lots of question marks about it. She's thinking so hard. Kate could not stop the wind, she knew, but she drew out a plan. Look how happy her friend looks. And these, see what she's thinking here? New trees. She could wheel a load of new trees to the tip-top of the dusty hill in her wagon. What do you think her plan is? Well, her first plan, look what she's doing. The hat back. There Kate dug deep holes and watered muddy mounds till the trees grew, and as the trees grew, the wind blew. The trees grew, the wind blew, and the time flew. The time flew as the trees grew and grew. They're smaller here. And Kate did too. The trees grew till the leaves fluttered and the shutters stilled and the boards bounced back. The leaves fluttered, the shutters stilled, the boards bounced back, and the dust died down. The dust died down, the tea steeped, and the birds peeped, because they have a place to live in the trees. The birds peeped, and the old man poured sweet tea and said, "For you," near the quiet house on the tip-top of the green hill. Where the bright breeze blew. Look at the ring of trees, keeping the wind from blowing too hard. So Kate used a good idea and the power of nature to help her neighbor, just like people do use the power of the wind to make electricity, and we're going to use the power of our breath to make some fun. So the first thing that we need is a square piece of paper, and that means that all 4 sides have to be the same length. And it needs to be a thin piece of paper so our breath can move it easily. I'm using a piece of origami paper that I have, but you can use any kind of paper that is kind of thin and square. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and this corner, and we're going to fold it. And we turned our square by folding it in half that way. We turned our square into a triangle. Now we're going to fold these 2 points of the triangle together. I wonder what shape we'll have now. What do you think? Oops, my little point got a little. And now we have another triangle. Look at that. But we are going to open up this smaller triangle, and we're going to take this point. So see how a triangle has 3 points, but this one down here where we have the fold that goes straight down, we're going to take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut along this point as close along this line as we can. And we're going to go up a little bit more than halfway. So about to there. Kind of like we're making little legs, maybe a little bit further. There we go. And then we're going to take our triangle and we're going to fold it the other way. So the cut pieces are here and here. And we're going to cut here the same way that we did before, along that line that we folded, and a little more than halfway up. And we're going to open it up. It's a square again, but it's a square with some triangle shapes kind of suggested. We're going to put it this way, like the square, and we need a glue stick for this part. So we're going to see how there's 2 cut pieces side by side here. These are the things we're going to work with. We're going to start with this corner, and we're going to bring it down kind of along the line that's folded here. So bring that corner down like that. And then again, where the 2 cut pieces are side by side, we're going to take the next piece and fold it down. And we're making some pockets in the paper that can catch the wind. So see how we're crossing those up there. And again, where the two pieces, the two cup pieces are side by side. We're going to take the next one that we haven't folded yet, and we're going to glue it down along here, make another pocket, and then the very last one where the two pieces are side by side, we're going to take that and move it along here. So now we have made a shape with our paper that has pockets to catch our breath or to catch the wind. So then we need to figure out how to, whoops, I need a little more glue here, it looks like, because we want the pieces to be all the way down. Okay, the next thing that we need is a push pin like this that's sharp, and we're gonna poke it. We're gonna find the middle of this shape, as close to the middle as we can, and we're gonna poke it in there. And I'm doing it right on my piece of wood here so that I don't poke my finger by accident. And it's gonna, you might even need a little help to poke this because it's a little hard to poke through all of these layers of paper. I'm gonna kind of twist it like this and see if I can get a hole made. There we go. So, see how the push pin, the sharp part, is through, and this part is here, and I can even hold it like this and blow it, and our paper is moving. Or you can take a straw, or what I like to use is a pencil with an eraser, because then I can stick the sharp part of the push pin into the eraser. And you want to leave a little space between so that it can move. You don't want to push it tight up against it. You want to make sure that the push pin isn't coming out the other end so that it pokes you or scratches you. But now we have made a beautiful pinwheel to catch our breath and make our breath spin it around and around. Thank you, friends, for listening to the story. I hope you have fun making the pinwheel, and thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.